this way and gets home. So, it was a short-lived hour that YouTube quickly rushed to put out. And so I'm back to being silenced. Having been Mormon my whole life, to now having studied Mormonism, studied the scriptures, I'm able to be a critic. And I'm able to tell you guys, as Joseph Smith told his mom in his story version, I have learned for myself that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is not true. And so in conference tomorrow, we'll expect to have them emphasize Jesus, that they're Christian. And if they want to be Christian, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The First Amendment allows them to be whatever religion they want to be. But if they want me to stop being a critic, they've got to publicly announce they're Christian and that they're doing away with Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon. They've got to let him go. And they won't, because they built their empire on the lie that Joseph Smith is a Christian and that Jesus is his Christ. And so by pulling out that keystone, their whole church would crumble. Because like in the other video I did the other day, why would Christians want to join the Mormon Church, even if they give up the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith? Because there's thousands of other Christian churches. There really isn't any point to organized religion. You just have to believe in the Bible, believe in Jesus, and you're good to go. But if they're going to continue to keep Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon and lie about them and commit crimes in their name and in the name of the false god attached to Joseph Smith, then I have to be a critic. I have to stand up against them, denounce them, expose them, expose their crimes, expose their falsehoods, expose the lies. And having done that, Mormons have made me their enemy as they attack me, as they help the church destroy my life. And so again, this isn't Joseph's church. They're not even Christian. The keystone on the Salt Lake Temple again bears fruit of who they really are. But they will not confess. They will not be honest. And this is the sad reality that we as Mormons face. Millions have just quietly quit the church. Hundreds of thousands have formally quit the church. And it's because of my unique education in the manner of studying, where my information you will not hear from other critic channels. It is better quality videos, better looking people. You know, they still, the information I have for you, you will not get from other people. They do not do the detailed research. And I've had to deal with it over the years of people who are ex-Mormons, critics of the church, who send me links, who send me the old arguments of ex-Mormons and critics. And I just shake my head, and I didn't even bother to actually learn from my videos. Everything in the religion is completely different. But they're trying to tell us it's exactly the same. And I remember one Mormon, elderly gentleman, who trolled ex-Mormon channels commenters to battle them in the comment section, that the church is true and critics are wrong. And I had debated him as he refused to come onto my channel. And he ran away after losing an argument. And it must have been a couple years later, I saw him again. And this time he was trying to debate that it was the exact same organization. Joseph Smith's organization is exactly the same as today. But there was only one Quorum of 12, and it was, you know, the keys of the kingdom to rightfully succeed. He didn't bother to do any church history research. He just assumed, because of his age, that he was more intelligent than me in Mormonism. Number of years in the church does not make you an expert in Mormonism. You have to do the study. You have to do the research. You can't just coast through the church and be an expert. And that's the problem, is that the majority of Mormons don't study. I went over the video of Sunday Jess, who told us exactly how she studies. And she doesn't study. She reads and writes her spiritual witness journal. That's her version of studying. She has no clue about the scriptures, because Oaks especially is anti-science. They don't want you to use scientific methodology in your study of the scriptures and of Mormonism and of church history. And so, because of the information that I've found out about the church, that they're the ones plotting to overthrow America, 200-year-old plot, they aren't going to give up Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon. They're going to drag it down to destruction with the church. As a result, conference Mormons will be incited to further hatred and violence towards people like me. It will just be an escalation of such.
Jeff Rick, you have a visitor. Jeff Rick, come to the front desk.
And as I started with, YouTube cannot set me free. They have to have the leash on me. Getting all those views in 1 hour? Nope, they had to stop it. They could not let it continue. And there's no reason for it other than hatred. by orders of the church, who have a vested financial interest in YouTube through Google. So, yeah, you'll hear the trigger words: covenant path, Jesus. But when you actually study, you realize the con. But that's the thing, is Mormons are scared to study. They have been indoctrinated to believe if they study, they're going beyond the mark and going against the prophets. And yeah, they're learning the truth. The truth shouldn't scare anybody. It's the lie that Mormons should be afraid of. But I can't imagine just saying, I'm not going to want to learn the truth. I'm just going to die Mormon. I heard Catholics claim that when knocking on doors as a missionary, telling people that Joseph Smith was a Christian and that he saw Jesus. I was conned, just like the rest of Mormonism. But Catholics would say, I was born Catholic, I'll die Catholic. Okay. But again, Mormons can do the same thing. I was born in the founded Church of Brigham Young that had to be resurrected because Brigham Young's church was shut down for criminal operations.
You guys hear my cell phone go off?
And they just have to confess the truth. That's all they need to do. It's not hard. Unless you're specifically doing it for a con. And that's a sad reality. So, we'll see how I can handle things with the weekend's viewing and videos making. It's not the most opportune place, is it? So,